It's time to talk some DVC, my friends. I am so glad you're here. A bunch of people in the chat before we even started. I am looking forward to this show more than I've been looking forward to a show in quite some time. I think we have to go back to my Disney pin shows kickoff with Kelly, who I see in the chat. I guess that was the first week in January. That was the last time that I kicked off a show that I've been this excited. And why? Because I love DVC. I love the people of DVC. I love talking about DVC. And I love you guys for being here. If you're watching on the replay, you're going to hear me talking to, watch me talk to, listen to me talk to, whatever. The people in the chat, you can be here live. This is going to be a weekly show every Tuesday night. Now, I say every Tuesday night. Tuesday is a night that's not connected to a weekend. So I can't imagine missing any Tuesday night. There's no holidays. But people go on vacation, people get sick, but the plan is every Tuesday night, this time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, 10 o'clock my time. I'm in the Central Time Zone. Other times, other places, we're going to talk DVC. And yeah, I would guarantee, I can't guarantee anything. I will tell you there's a very, very, very strong possibility that we'll do it 3 Tuesdays a month. More than likely, we'll go 4 and even 5 Tuesdays a month, depending on where Tuesday hits. So I hope you make this a regular thing if you're into DVC like I am. Let's say hi to the chat. The Sure Not 61st one's in here. Looking forward to the new series. I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Let me pull this up on my phone so I can watch. So I can see what's going on in real time. It doesn't want to pull up yet. The Mickey Bunch in the house. Have a great stream. Pineapple. Guys, if you notice those people in green, they're members. Kelly's a friend and a member of the channel, and she can use those emojis. Please do. I love that you do that. Antonio M in the house. Oh, I've been waiting for this one. I guess I'll be up late. That means a lot to me, and I appreciate it. My phone is not wanting me to go onto my channel. Kadani Sean's here. I'm early. Bloomin' Cheese is in here. What's going on? Kadani Sean, thanks for being a member of the channel. Elena K808, aloha to you. That's me in chat saying 60 seconds. Part of your world adventures. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Brianna, hey, Jeff can't stay long, but I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to have you. Corner Sports, Tommy, I just saw your email. Yes, you're here. I'm glad you're here because I didn't get a chance to respond. It's doing other things. My kids got a friend over here, and they were making pancakes, and my kitchen's well, it's loud. Hey, Jeff, hope you're having a great day, says Jan. Jan, I am, and I hope you are too. Rally Creatives in the house. What's going on? I'm excited for the show, too. Sean, I appreciate that. Addiction Mouse in the house. I'm going to watch the stream in the hopes that one day I will be DVC. We're going to talk about that. I was just on the phone with someone from Disney talking about DVC, about that very thing, sharing our Disney. Welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. I love that name. That's what I try to do on my channel, and I bet you do, too, with that name. So we're going to talk a bunch of things. I'm going to go over my list. I'm trying to pull up. For whatever reason, it's not letting me pull up stuff. So whatever. I'll just have to do it this way. No problem. Yeah, I saw somebody talking about the fires. I'm from San Diego, so I'm from Southern California. I was born in LA, lived in San Diego for the bulk of, until about 10, 15 years ago. I lived in San Diego all the way since the age of 5. Point being, Southern California's having a rough time. They're on fire, and it's super hot. Magic of the Mouse, my buddy Bill's in the house. So glad, man. I'm excited about your idea, too. I won't give it away, but I'm excited about it. Tina McNeil in the house, thank you so much for being here. Anyway, prayers for my friends in Southern California. Hope you're staying safe. I hear tomorrow's going to be a bad day too with the Santa Anas out there. So I hope, and I pray everybody's good. We're going to be talking about happy, positive things like DVC right now. Phone won't let me pull that up, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I got a whole list of, hey, Jonathan Chong, what's going on? We're going to talk about a couple things. The main thing for me to accomplish tonight is I want to name the show. I'm leaning towards the Welcome Home show. As a DVC member, one of my favorite things is to walk in there and they say welcome home. At the Poly, they throw the lei on you, whatever. I love all that. I want all that. It's just fun. So I'm leaning towards the Welcome Home show. However, by next week, I hope to have a solid name for this. Then I can create a logo and all those things. And if you have a name for the DVC show and you like it and I pick it, you send it to me at dolewhip@gmail.com and I pick yours, I'm going to give you something that I was hoping to be able to show off tonight on the show, but it didn't come in the mail yet. So you'll just have to wait till next week to see what that is. Better be here by next week. So you don't know what that is, I know. But if you've got a better name for it and I choose it, let me know. I like the Welcome Home show. It's kind of growing on me. I liked it at first, and I thought, well, let me just crowdsource it and see what you guys think. Okay, yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate that. A lot of people are saying good things about that name. That's where I'm leaning towards. That is what I'm leaning towards. But we'll see. If you've got a better idea, you want to email me. Even if you got a bad idea, you want to email me. dolewhipdad@gmail.com. Give me your idea. And if I use it on the show and I pick it, I'll send you something that I don't get to show you. But that's the main thing I want to do tonight. And talk to you about what this show is going to be. It's going to be probably an hour. The shortest it'll be a half hour. The most will be is an hour. I'm not going to keep people long. It's late. I mean, my goodness, the show starts at 11 o'clock on the East Coast. So I'll try my best to be done by midnight. I can't imagine going more than an hour. Sometimes it'll be as short as a half hour. But if you know me, that's probably not true. I got stuff to say. So tonight we're going to talk about the show, the Welcome Home Show. Do we like that name? Stuff like that there. The resorts. I'm going to talk about the special events that they're having at the different resorts. We're going to talk to and about, well, 2 different DVC members. Had 4 people. Hey, Chuck Johnson, and welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. Had 4 people in the past week just, talking about, hey, can I get on the show? I've got some people that I've talked about co-hosting, and we'll just see. I mean, the schedules are what the schedules are, but there's going to be some people on the show, maybe regulars, maybe not. But mostly it's going to be me yakking at you guys. But I'm excited to see what else we can do. Like Donnie Sean's name is a DVC name, in my opinion. So sometimes we'll have people who maybe they have stayed at a place a whole bunch of times and they want to talk about their experience. Maybe your home is someplace that you want to come on and talk about. Maybe you went to a special event, just stuff like that there. I want people to be able to share their experience at DVC and why they love DVC. And so tonight, name the show, right? Maybe it's the Welcome Home Show. Maybe it's not. My DVC purchase story, which I'll share here in a minute. Some of you who are veterans of me and my channel will already know the story, but I'll share it for anybody who doesn't. My first DVC stay story, which I did a video on, but it's over a year ago. And then we'll just get up and running. And then we'll talk about what's going on in the parks right now. In the DVC resorts, because I just got off the phone with Disney to make sure I was right on some of my points and just see if I missed anything. And we'll talk about that there. So before we do any of that, though, we do have some Disney news. If you don't know, I have a show every morning, well, Monday through Saturday, 9:15 my time, 10:15 a.m. Eastern time, which we call Good Morning Disney, where we talk about Disney news and stuff. And so tomorrow, one of the main topics we're going to talk about is something I'm going to share right now. And it's kind of a bummer. Christmas news, and it does affect DVC, which is the main reason why I thought I would mention it right now. Let me put this right here so I'm not bugging you guys with that. This is a rough one for me. We were going to stay at Walt Disney World in October. We just canceled it yesterday, and we're adding to our trip in December, the New Year's Eve trip. And it's going to be a lot of fun. One of the reasons I'm excited about that is I love Christmas. I love DVC. Being there to see the resorts at the holidays is something that I really want to do. No gingerbread houses. There's a lot of things. If you're a big Disney fan like I am, and you probably are, you wouldn't be on my show here, at my show here. You probably already know, but I'm going to share it with you. Disney World cancels Very Merry Christmas Party. Epcot canceled the Candlelight Processional. This is a bummer. The Very Merry Christmas Party, the Candlelight Processional are canceled. Disney World still does plan to celebrate the holidays. Other holiday experience will be offered instead. Character cavalcades, castle projections, Santa appearances. I heard the lights aren't even going up on the castle. So we'll see what that means. We'll see how that goes. I'm still believing for an amazing holiday experience. I am very excited to see Epcot. When we were there a couple of years ago for the holiday festival at Epcot, it was a pouring the rain day. They actually had I think it was a hurricane warning, whatever the heck it was. May have been a tornado warning, whatever. It was bad weather. And so a lot of things were closed down. So we're very excited to be there for that. You're going to be there, Bloom and Cheese. I'll be there like a couple of weeks after that. Anyway, so we're excited about that. We're just hopeful that Epcot has it. I was bummed to hear about the Very Merry Christmas Party, but I kind of expected that, to be honest. Bloom and Cheese is on the West Coast, obviously, because it's only 8 o'clock there. So that's good stuff. So did you guys know that? Also, what I'd like you to do in chat, let me know. Are you DVC? Are you hoping to be DVC? If you are DVC, what's your home park? What's your home resort? And where do you want to go next? So, and for me, I'll start with that. For me, my home resort is the Poly, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about my purchasing of DVC here shortly. My dog is freaking out downstairs. Can you guys hear that? My daughter's friend is here, and apparently not happy about it, the dog. Anyway, hey, VP, what's going on? Hey, Sure Nuts. I think I said hi, Sure Nuts already. So let me know if you're hoping to be DVC. If you are DVC, what's your home park, and what's your favorite place or your next place? Yep, there we go. Somebody's at my door. So for me, the Poly is our home resort, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. The first place we ever stayed was at Saratoga Springs. Let me catch up in chat, see if I missed anybody, and then we'll talk about who's DVC, who wants to be DVC someday. I feel like a lot of what you get at Christmas Party is going to be, oh, where'd it go? Oh, I hit the button. There we go. from Part of Your World Adventures. I feel like a lot of what you get at the Christmas party is going to be going on all day, every day. Good opportunity to see all of it without paying for the party. Maybe that's a good positive way to look at that. You might be right. Sean's in the house, VP. He'll be one of the people that's going to be on the show. If he wants to, he's going to be here often. He's a DVC friend of mine, hoping to be a DVC and looking forward to the show. Thank you, Rally Creative. I appreciate that. Kadani Sean, who I mentioned earlier, I am DVC. Kadani, hint, hint. Member since 2010. Nice, nice. Staying at home resort next April. That's awesome. Addition Mouse says, hoping. Elena says, yes, DVC Home Resorts Animal Kingdom. You and Kadani Sean. Brianna says, I'm not a DVC member, but I really enjoyed the Caribbean Beach Resort. I haven't been there yet. Was just watching a video on that yesterday, actually. When I stayed there recently, I really want to stay at one of the MK resorts. Yeah, it's being on a monorail resort is pretty dang awesome. Yes, I'm DVC, says Tina. I want to be more DVC. That's me. That's me, Tina. I want to be more too. My home resort is Animal Kingdom Lodge. Oh, man, is that 3 Animal Kingdom Lodges? But I also want to own at Boardwalk only for the festivals. Oh, because right by Epcot. That makes sense. Jan S. Disney 1974. Great year. George or Steve Garvey. Who's George? Steve Garvey MVP year. Why did I say George? Where did George come from? Anyway, yes, I'm DVC. My home resorts are Old Key West, Boulder. Wow, look at you. Boulder Ridge, Saratoga Springs, and Bay Lake Tower. Member since 97. Jan, I think I love you and you want to adopt me because I am available. That is awesome. Good for you. 4 different places. So we just had to cancel Old Key West yesterday. We were planning on being in Old Key West in October. And I'll tell that story here in a minute too. Well, I'll tell it now. Not DVC yet, says DVC, or says Part of Your World. So I'll tell that story right now. So yesterday, wifey called and we had to change the plans. One of my daughters is very uncomfortable with the mask. And so, and I don't really like wearing the mask either. So we're doing what we're doing. Then we had another trip planned for New Year's Eve. And we actually were staying at one of the Value Resorts, one of the All-Star Resorts. Well, those are closed. Those will not even be open by then. So when he heard we were canceling this one, and then he asked, do you want us to just add onto your next trip? Yes, that's exactly what we want to do. We told him where we were staying. By we, I mean my wife. And he went, oh, man, we got to cancel that one on you. Hold on. And so I guess he hooked us up. I don't know. But we'll be there. We'll just be staying a little bit longer. And it won't be a DVC trip. I think we'll be doing DVC now in March. Hopefully. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. So, but, 3 trips turns into 2, but it'll be a little longer. Jan says we'll be staying at Saratoga Tree Houses. Oh, my gosh, December 5th through 13th. Okay, so the first time I stayed at DVC, our home resort is the Poly, but we stayed at Saratoga Springs, the first trip. And we looked down onto the golf course, and then to the left, the fairway went by, and to the left was one of the tree houses. You could see it quite clearly. And they got me. I will be staying there someday. It looks so fun. Sean, aren't you? Sean VP, either you were about to, or I think maybe you told me to cancel. I think Sean had a plan to go to one, and I don't know. I'm not really sure. But we'll have him on the show. We'll have him talk about that for sure. But I've never done that yet. I can't wait to do that someday. It looks amazing. I mean, come on. Everybody wants to stay in a treehouse. That's unbelievable. There you go. Sean's talking right there. I'll be staying at the tree houses next week. Oh, there you go. Okay, for your 20th wedding anniversary. That's amazing. Congrats, bud. That is all. Hey, Stacy Rogers. That is amazing, VP. I am happy for you. Dang, a little jealous too. That is what a neat anniversary. Putting pressure on me too. My 25th is, well, it was going to be the October trip. So for the October, my anniversary, we decided not to go. DVC by Corner Sports is in the house. David Cantrell's in the house too. 1997 Boardwalk also owned Beach Club and Vero. Nice. So Boardwalk I've not stayed at, but I love it. I can't wait to hang out there this next trip. Beach Club, I haven't stayed at any of those. And obviously Vero Beach is out there. Very cool. Love Boardwalk because of the location. Yeah, I mean, it's right. It's kind of the backyard to the Epcot, right? Our next trip is in May, says Tina. Hey, Danny, what's going on, my man? How are you, buddy? Hey, oh, snap, what's going on? And Stacy Rogers and David Cantrell, welcome in. Okay, so let's tell the story real fast. We're 14 minutes in. Let's tell the story of when I became DVC. So, and if you're a veteran of the show, I don't want to scare you away, but I've told you this story a couple times on other shows. But this is my DVC birthing story. So I've always known I wanted to. Brianna, no problem. I appreciate you. Love you. Happy Tuesday. Have a great day. Do good in school. All those things. Appreciate you being here. Can I say I'm a little jealous of all? Yeah, right. 97. I wish I would have bought earlier too. Okay, so my whole life of being adult, I knew I wanted to be DVC. You send me one of these and you just make me want to do it more and more and more Disney. And I didn't like the idea of a timeshare. I like the idea of going and being DVC. I'm going to go there every year anyway. I knew someday I would do it. I did not think my wife wanted to because she didn't. We're day 4 of a 5-day trip, day 3 of a 4-day trip, whatever. We're at Hollywood Studios. Hey, Viper, what's going on, my friends? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being members of the channel. Use those emojis. Have some fun with it. I appreciate you. By the way, members, we are planning a Friday channel members only Zoom. It'll be week 3 in a row this Friday, God willing. Those have been a lot of fun. So if you haven't been in those, you want to check them out. We've had a good time. So we're at Hollywood Studios. It's hot. Again, we're day 4 of 5 or day 3 of 4, whatever. We got one more day left and we're hot and tired. And it's basically, you're not ready to leave yet because the day's not over, but it's, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and we're slowing down and we Disney pin trade. So we go to by the way, pro tip, the DVC kiosks are the place to go for Disney pins because they've got good pins because they want you to come talk to them. So anyway, we head over there and I'm just pin trading with my kids and they're doing their thing and they're pushing wifey, how they do it. Very friendly, but, pushing. And they sell her on, hey, you're going to get $100 gift certificate and you're going to get for this meal and you're going to get 4 fast passes for tomorrow and you're going to get whatever. I don't know. I'm screwing up all this stuff they were doing. And all you need to do is jump in the van and we'll drive you over there and sit there for an hour and a half or whatever. And you can check out the lobby and all that at Kidani. So we're like, yeah, we were about to sit down for a non-planned dinner anyway. We're just going to get off our feet, sit and talk and have a good time, get some air conditioning, to be honest. Hey, Hitchhiking Bones, what's going on? And so we instead take them up on their offer. We jump in the van, we drive over there. And he starts selling us. Now, the sales job is pretty amazing. You walk into the lobby, it's unbelievable, Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're in a room. It's not the nicest room of all time, but it's a nice room, right? But outside is, zebras and giraffes and my money is flying by, right? But I'm not even listening to the guy. I'm totally not even listening to him because we're not selling. I've got a phone. I'm playing on my phone. My daughter's playing on her phone. And he's just selling. At some point, I lift up my head and like, why is this a good deal? Why wouldn't I just buy it on resale? Dude doesn't like that. Don't say that to the guy. Very unhappy. He gets mad. He leaves the room after a while. My wife and my daughter grill me, kind of yell at me, kind of mad at me. Why are you being a jerk to this guy? He's being so nice, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I wasn't being a jerk. What are you talking about? We're not buying. And the wife, he says, did you hear the price? He said, which no, I didn't. I was having my soda and playing on my phone. Hey, Triple D, what's going on, my man? So we are Dave Ramsey people. We put our money in envelopes and we pay with cash. We go every year. We put money once a month into the envelope. That's the Disney envelope. And we go to Disney with it. The amount we would have to pay for however many, and we didn't buy a lot of points. We bought like the minimum amount of points. I don't even know how many it is. It's not a lot. But the amount of points that would get us to go on a DVC trip once a year was a little bit less than how much we're putting in the envelope anyway. Now, that included our meals, to be fair. So it's not a apples to apples comparison necessarily. But if we take the money that we're putting in an envelope and just pay it to DVC, yes, we'll have to pay for food in addition, but we'll get to keep it forever after the 7 years. So yeah, Dave Ramsey does rock. We love Dave Ramsey. We're 100% Dave Ramsey people. So my wifey's got envelopes, a lot of envelopes. Wish they were all full, but we've done well. We're fine. Ramsey works. So anyway, the guy comes back and now I'm listening. And I got to be honest with you, it doesn't even matter what he says because I already knew the math was okay. So we had to go through the credit check and all that, blah, 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 blah. Boom, we're DVC. And then at the end, when we're signing the paperwork, he said, oh, it's kind of important. Because he didn't think he was making a sale either. Kind of important. What do you want at your home resort? I'm like, I don't even know what that means. And he says, well, do you want it to be the Poly? And I said, I don't know what that means. Yes. So that's how we ended up getting the Polynesian as our home resort. And I love it. Having one of the monorail resorts as a home, it's just better. It's just better than I can have hoped for. I love it. I'm proud of it. So we sign up, we do it. The next day we go and we enjoy our fast passes and all that. We use our gift card, whatever. And then we're going back to the hotel. We're waking up early and we're driving home. And wifey is a wake up early kind of person, especially on the way home. So we wake up early and we go straight to the Poly. And we walked around and we told everybody that would look, even maybe would look, possibly might look our way, hey, this is our home. And so they gave us the lay and we walked around like we were kings and queens of the place, falling in love with every smell, every touch. I hadn't been in the Polynesian before. We became DVC, and Poly is our home resort before I'd even walked in. I remember well the moment I pulled up to the little kiosk, and I said to the guy, I got to be honest with you, I'm a little giddy. We just bought DVC yesterday. We're going home today. We don't have a lot of time, but we want to walk around because this is our home resort. Is that okay? And of course it was. And we had, hey, Just Sampson, what's going on, my man? And we walked around and we ate at, what did we eat at? What's the little one down the hallway there, right next to the bathroom? I went in the bathroom down the hall, the best smelling bathroom in the history of bathrooms, like stupid good, like unbelievably good. The boutique, I don't even like shopping, and I had a blast. I mean, I like saying boutique. It was so much fun. Anyway, hey, Downscale, what's going on? No, it wasn't Ohana. It was this is the one down the hallway past the bathroom before you go to Trader Sam's, right there on the left, right next to the pool. I can't even think of it. But anyway, I was at the Polynesian once and really enjoyed it. Captain Cook's, thank you, Captain Cook's. Yeah. My brain wasn't working there. Thank you, Addiction Mouse. Captain Cook's, exactly. I should have thought of Breaking Bad, right? No, it wasn't Kona. We have eaten at Kona though. Good evening, y'all. Says Just Sampson. Everybody say hi to my buddy Just Sampson. When did you buy? I guess it would have been 4 years ago. Is it 4 years? I don't know. I don't want to lie to anybody. I think it was 4 years ago. Bloomin' Cheese says home resort in DVC. You have priorities there. Yes, an 11-month booking window instead of 7 months. Yeah. So basically, it means you basically are guaranteed that you're going to get it. If you ask for your reservation at the right time, you know you'll get the Poly, which is pretty cool. We're not going to stay at the Poly every year, obviously, because it's more points to stay at the Poly. Yeah, dust on there. Sorry about that. We want to do them all. I mean, so let me get in there. We're going to run out of time now. How am I doing on time? Oh, I guess we're okay. We're only 22 minutes in. So our first year we stayed. I hope did I tell the whole story about that? I feel like I told the whole story. Anyway, to finish the story, we walked around. We had a great time. Took pictures, hung out, ate in Captain Cook's, bought a tiki something at the boutique, and then jumped on the freeway and headed home and have not stopped smiling ever since. That was years ago. So you bought one of those villas, Dole Whip Dad. We didn't buy a villa. I mean, we have got when we stayed, we haven't stayed on the water, if that's what you mean. Those are way more points. But you do stay right by them. I don't know, maybe there are villas. I don't know. It was pretty big. It was nice. It was very nice. I remember when we walked in, we were laughing about this is one of the nicer places we've ever stayed. Dang, when we bought in, there was only Key West, never pressured. Yeah, I mean, I hear Old Key West is awesome. I hear it's bigger. I mean, that was the first one, right? I hear it's a lot bigger. I love it. I love the Poly. I love that they're retheming it, Moana style. I love Polynesian culture. I've only been to Hawaii in real life once, but I certainly did fall in love with it. I love the music. My gosh, I love Izzy. Somewhere over the rainbow. I won't sing it like him. I love everything. I love the food. I love it all. I love luau's, and the Poly is just it puts you there. 35 watching. Oh yeah, thank you, Just Sampson. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Just Sampson saying it. Go ahead and smash the like button if you want. Yeah, I don't know why my phone wouldn't let me pull it up. I'm gonna try that again so I can follow along on that. But anyway, I just love the Poly so much, and I'm amazed that they let me in. I got to be honest. It's hard for me to imagine that I get to take my kids there. I mean, I just love it. It's that awesome. Now, that said, I want to try them all. So let's get to my first trip. So the first trip, we didn't stay at our home. We stayed at Saratoga Springs. And we stayed at Saratoga Springs at the holidays, which is kind of cool because we're talking about the holidays right now. And I remember being pretty excited when we pulled up to the carriage house, walk in. They've got a big old Christmas tree there. They've got 5 or 6 amazing singers singing Christmas carols. The place smells amazing. They welcome you like if you know DVC, they do. And it was just unbelievably satisfying that we were there. Now, everybody told me that Saratoga Springs, like when you go to Hawaii. So when we went to Hawaii, the one time we've been to Hawaii, we were on the Big Island, and everybody said, "Oh, all the other islands are better." Well, this is where I'm going. I'm going to the Big Island, and I love volcanoes, and we hang out there, and I had a blast. I loved it. I couldn't imagine it being any better. But everybody says, "Oh, all the other islands are better." Very much the same kind of thing. I went to Saratoga Springs, and everybody says, "Oh, it's not as themed as all the other ones. It's all these things, and it's huge." It was perfect for us. My daughters love horses. We loved the theming. It was understated. It was beautiful, classy. The place is massive. Oh, I love the Big Island too. I mean, again, Elena, I've only there once, but I'm a volcano nut. I was in heaven. I was in heaven. I love it. I got to see lava. Are you kidding me? I got to see real lava. That was amazing. Hey, Lynn, my friend Lynn, the Lynn Project's here. Make sure you check out her channel. She's one of my very favorite people. Give her some love. Anyway, so we're at Saratoga Springs for Christmas, and I remember that first night. We're just checking in, right? We check in. We're in the carriage house. We're doing the thing. We trade some pins, and we walk down to check out, well, I guess it's the food court, for lack of a better word, which we ended up staying at. We hung out there pretty much every day. We were there for the 4 or 5 days we were there, whatever it was. Fell in love with it. Just fell in love with hanging out there. We didn't hang out in the pool. It was December. We do like to hang out at the pools. By we, I mean my daughters. But we didn't on this trip, but we will the next time. But it's got an amazing pool. Loved the room. Again, and so at the room, we had a room way in the front, nowhere near where I'm talking about it now. Everyone loves volcanoes until the lava's at your feet, right, Dwayne? That's a good call. I love me some lavas. I mean, lava's beautiful, but I don't want to have to, jump over it or have it hit my house or something. Anyway, so when we got to our room again, I shared, and I'll share again. It was dark. So but when we woke up, right there on the golf course, big, beautiful pond to the right, to the left of golf course. And then right across the fairway is one of the tree houses. And looking at that tree house for 4 or 5 days or whatever it was, man, I want to go there. I need to go there. Someday I will go there. But we had a blast. We had such a blast. I was brand new to the YouTube game. Very, very, very new channel at the time. So I don't know, 2 years ago, December, maybe 2.5 years ago. I don't know. I don't really know how long my channel is. I guess 2.5 years ago. 3 years ago, whatever it was, and just felt honored that A, we could afford it, and B, I was really doing that for my family. And I was stuck. I want more and more and more. I want in a couple of years to be in a chat saying I've got contracts at a whole bunch of places. Not there yet, but I'm working my way up there. I love it so much. So anyway, so Saratoga Springs, some things about Saratoga Springs, a great pool. People love the pool. They have all kinds of special events. I seriously was on the phone with people from Disney just before this to find out if there was anything that I didn't know about. Now, it's not happening right now because of COVID. A lot of things aren't happening because of COVID, but at Saratoga Springs, they have a weekly fun run. It's not a 5K, and it's not the big, awesome medal that you can get on like the 5K, but they do have a little medal. It's a plastic. It's not as fancy of a medal. And again, things could change because they're not doing it right now, but it's once a week. I think it was on a Tuesday back then, but it's like a 2-kilometer run. It's a fun run. It's early in the morning on a Tuesday, and you can go do it. And it's friendly for the kids. They've got an amazing kids area. The horsing around rec area, I think they call it. They still have the movies under the stars like a lot of the places do. Some of the restaurants are limited hours right now at Saratoga Springs and some of the other DVC. But yeah, it's great. I love it. We will go back. They say it's the quietest of the resorts. It's very, very, very close in proximity to Disney Springs, which I really like. They say it's older. I don't know if I agreed with that, but we did take note that it was a lot quieter than, say, certainly a value resort like the All-Stars. Quite a bit quieter. And we like that. I'm not going to lie. Let me get caught up in chat, and then we'll move on. We're almost done with most of my points, to be honest with you. So we'll move on. We'll talk about a couple other things. Movie Man and Nick in the house. What's going on? Polly's definitely on your list of checking modes. It's great. It's great. So I was at the Poly. Well, we go to the Poly every trip now for at least to hang out. We'll at least spend one afternoon there because we love it. But when we were staying there, I bumped into a couple. Well, JLB Nerdy, I don't know if she's in chat, but she's a friend. She's a member of the channel, friend of mine. I bumped into her. She was with Sean Russell, who's a Disney YouTuber, and we met them in line there. Bumped into a lot of people there. It's really fun. And there's always weddings and people dressed up. It's really a classy place. Obviously, a lot of people go there just to hang out. It's nice. Justin Sampson says, I have family on almost every island. I remember you said that. Well, I don't know if you said every family. That is cool. The Big Island and Maui are my favorites. I haven't been blessed yet to be at the other islands. I will. I have no doubt I want to, but I can't imagine loving it more than I did the Big Island. The Big Island is amazing. I was there for a conference, so there's my family got to do a lot of stuff without me for a while because I was at a conference and I would do stuff. It was a very nice resort, so we hung out at the resort. But then we had 2 or 3 days that we just hung out afterwards, and we're buried in national parks, so we hit all the national parks, and we stayed at I can't remember what it's called. We stayed at the hotel. It's where Dog the Bounty Hunter got married. That hotel. It's pretty dang nice, really nice hotel. So we were in that area, and there was 2 or 3 national parks right there. So we got to check those out. That was amazing. But then one day we went on the western side where it was much more tropical. Wow. One of the most, I love Yosemite, but I can still say this, probably the most beautiful waterfall I've ever seen. Just had a blast. The western side was beautiful, closer to the volcano. And then that night we went to Hawaii Volcano National Park or that evening and got to see a volcano. It was amazing. So anyway, let's keep going on the chat. Let's see. Everyone loves volcanoes. Yep. Dwayne, you're totally right. I'm way behind the chat, guys. My apologies. Love volcanoes too, says Elena. Wanted to become a volcanologist. That's like Spock, right? No, I'm just kidding. Until I saw how close you have to get to collect samples. Then I was nope. Glaciers, calving, tornadoes, tsunamis, volcanoes. That is where I get stuck on YouTube. I'm fascinated by that stuff. We've seen California 5 to 6 times. Yeah, I'm from California, guys. So again, prayers for California. Hope they're okay. I hear tomorrow's going to be real bad. I'm not, Samson. The ZV1, I'm not. My wife's been playing with it. I haven't even used it yet. She was doing some stuff with it. Haven't set it up yet. You're gonna kill me. I need to. Saratoga is a really large resort. It is. We got lost a couple times. I didn't mind it at all. Loved it. Downscale, that's awesome. I have a soft spot for Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah, I can't wait to stay there someday. The remodel is amazing. Love it. Love it. Who else? My dad lives on. Oh, really? That's cool, Sean. I hear Kauai is amazing. Yeah, all the islands are so different. They say, hey, Captain Akron, what's going on? Hey, part of Russell's World. What's going on, my friend? Love seeing you here. Truthfully, it is cheaper to be DVC because I can afford the rooms. I don't want to sound like somebody we're not. We don't have a lot of points. So every other year we're using DVC. The plan is every other year we're going to use DVC. Hey, Anthony. And every other year we use just Dallas. We find it economical. We find it fits into our budget. Everybody's in different places in life and financially, and I get that. We're not rich. We're not poor. We're just normal human beings. But it fits into ours. It does. I mean, again, putting our money away once a month or giving it to DVC, it was a little less. Now, again, that included the food. So it wasn't exactly apples to apples. I don't want to lie to anybody, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I mean, we stayed at the Poly. We never would have stayed at the Poly. Okay, let me look at my notes and make sure I didn't miss anything. So I want to talk about the show. Anybody who's new here, 40 watching, 40 likes. I appreciate that, guys. Yeah, I really do. Thank you guys for doing that. The DVC show, what are we going to call this sucker? Okay, if you've got a good idea for the name, email me, dolewhipdad@gmail.com. I've got something that was supposed to come in the mail today, something special that I was going to give away to somebody who helped me with the name. I'm leaning towards the Welcome Home Show. We'll see. But if you've got a name that I like better and I pick it, we'll give something to you. My sister and me get 350 points every year. Me and would you please adopt me, Blue Cheese? 350 points? I don't even know how many we have, but that's a lot more than we have. Wow, good for you. We're in Antonio. I'm from San Diego. I was born in LA, but I'm from San Diego. So we're going to talk about the resorts on the show. We're going to talk about special events. Moonlight Magic's canceled right now, but when that happens, we'll be talking about that. And we'll be talking to DVC members when they stayed someplace or their favorite place to stay or stuff like that there. And we'll have guests on the show. Sean, VP, Kelly from Mickey Bunch, Gadani, Sean, Tommy, a lot of people I've already talked to about it, and I'm excited, and others. I won't have somebody on every week, but we'll do that a lot, at least once a month. Some of the restaurants are limited hours. We talked about that. Everything changes month to month, so every month they're changing it. That's obviously because of COVID. We did talk about the Grand Floridian and some other places. Some of the resorts, none of the resorts are going to have gingerbread houses this year. So that does have something to do with DVC. I want to share that. Also, I'm going to give you the number to member services. If you want, I don't work for them, but it's 800-800-9800. Pretty easy number. 800-800-9800. If you want to call DVC member services and get involved, tell them Dole Whip Dad sent you. I mean, I don't really care if you do that, but it's funny. It's funny to say. But that's how you could set up a tour. Again, when we went on the tour, they gave us, I think it was like $100 gift certificate and a whole bunch of fast passing for the next day. So it's worth 2 hours of your time, right? Especially if you're like me and Paula, like you can use some air conditioning towards the end of the trip. So that's what we did. And I think that's it. I think so. We talked about my first time staying at Saratoga Springs. We talked about how they got me to buy, and it was really getting my wife because I always wanted to buy. And I hope we talked about the passion for it again. So every week I'm going to talk about some place that I've been, why I loved it. So where have I stayed also? Wilderness Lodge, Poly, Saratoga Springs. What am I forgetting? I think is that it for DVC that we stayed at? And then we had, we just recently, yesterday gave up the old Key West trip. We were going to do, or is that, I don't even know. I don't want to lie to you guys. We had old Key West planned. We had, what's the one with the mermaid room? I don't even know. I don't know. Wifey does all that stuff, but it is what it is. I want to stay at the Poly more. I love the ones I've been to already, but I want to try them all. Wilderness Lodge is amazing. We'll talk about places to eat at the resorts. We'll talk about I got to be honest with you. We'll talk about the lobby. The Poly lobby and Wilderness Lodge lobby are amazing. And one of my favorite people, Disney Coffee Blog, he talks about one of his favorite nooks to sip on coffee, and it's at Wilderness Lodge. We'll talk about stuff like that there. Let me get caught up in chat. I feel like I'm ignoring you guys. I apologize. 43 of you in the house. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for being here. Even if you're the person who hit the down vote, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for helping with the algorithm. I hope you have a better day. All right, let's see what else. But we cruise and stay at the resorts. Nice, Plume and Cheese. And man, it's good for you, buddy. We stayed at the Poly for 10 years, says Tommy, Corner Sports. When I bought DVC and they gave us what we paid as credit towards DVC, no incentives like that anymore. I've heard the people who got in early got some deals. Oh, we're going to talk about places I haven't stayed at that I want to, like the Riviera. I'm very excited about checking out the Riviera. I don't know why. Because Riviera, they keep sending me stuff about buying at Riviera. Yeah, they don't do incentives. They don't have to. You do incentives when you need to, right? Dwayne, welcome in again, says we stayed end of June and July in Congress Park, which was the only renovated section. Oh, where'd it go? The units are not only amazing, they're so much better now. So worth the stay. That's awesome. Oh, Downscale, thank you so much. Thanks for ignoring chat, Jeff. Downscale, you know me, buddy. Downscale. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you, man. And you know me, I ignore chat. It's something I do. Anyway, so Dwayne, that's cool. I love it all. That's awesome. Corner Sports. Let's see. I love the Poly because it's like the Tiki Room, but a resort. I love the Tiki Room so much. Oh, snap. I do. I love it. Saratoga Springs, that is. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Dwayne. Anthony says, Jeff, does DVC give you discounts on special activities like the fishing expeditions that they do on property and the special after-hours safari? I honestly don't know. I don't think there's a lot of that stuff. I mean, we'll talk about it. That's another thing we'll talk about. When they send special offers, we'll talk about that. Obviously, a little kind of salesy. When they send us Disney files, we'll go through the Disney files together. And look, I mean, this is an old one. I mean, I guess we can go through it now. But we'll definitely talk about the special perks and stuff. I mean, they give me a leg every time I go in there. They give me a little welcome home button. It's good enough for me. Art of Animation. Where'd it go? Oh, it jumped. What do you think about the Riviera restrictions? I mean, I haven't been yet. I don't even know what they are. I mean, if you're talking about the COVID stuff, it is what it is. What can you do? I'm excited to stay, so I like staying at the monorail resorts, but I'm also excited to do the Skyliner. I haven't been in the Skyliner. We went to Boardwalk on the last night of our last trip. The plan was to go on the Skyliner, but we had so much fun. We had dinner. We were walking down there, and they did all that stuff. And so we never got on the Skyliner. So we'll do that on this trip, I guess. And I'm excited about that. We did the Sunrise Safari several years ago before they canceled it. That sounds fun. We're from San Diego, as I mentioned before. Excuse me, I have hiccups. And Safari Park, which used to be Wild Island Park, had something very much like that. And me and my wife, they had a half day and a half day. We made it a full day, and we got to pet the rhino and feed the rhino and have the giraffe. Oh, man, you never had slobber until you had giraffe slobber. So much fun, though. Total blast. It wasn't at Disney. It was in San Diego. DVC plus Tables of Wonderland. Yeah, I've heard Tables of Wonderland is amazing. If I was a local, I would definitely be all over that. All my foodie Disney friends, Corey Meets World talks about it quite often. They swear by it. Oh, two Corys. The other Corey, too. All the Corys. Hashtag all the Corys. I'm not there enough. This year we were hoping to go 3 times, and it hasn't even happened. Someday. someday. I won't ever buy Riviera because of the restrictions. Don't like it that you can't use points for other properties. Oh, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I understand that. I mean, they're going to sell it anyway, though. I mean, it is what it is. They can because they can. But I see what you're saying. Yeah, the resale restrictions are getting harder and harder too. That right of first refusal thing is big. We'll talk about all those things. So I love Tables in Wonderland. Lynn, yeah, you're local enough. That's cool. That's cool. Jan says, my husband and I started going to Walt Disney World on our honeymoon in '74. Nice. Been there over 100 times and 15 cruises before my husband passed away. Oh, 2 years ago. I'm so sorry for your loss. We bought our DVC direct, not resale. Yeah, we bought direct too. I made the guy mad when I talked about buying resale. Again, Jan, sorry for your loss. A bunch of neat memories though, man. A bunch of neat memories. And that's the kind of thing, Jan, I just getting to know you, but we're going to have people on the show, YouTubers, veterans. Well, I definitely want DVC people who have great stories. Somebody who's been doing stuff at Disney since '74. My grandfather worked at, again, if you're a veteran of the channel, you already know this. My grandfather worked at Disney pre-opening, Disneyland, 54, 55. It was there before they opened. He worked in Main Street and he worked in Jungle Cruise. And my mom, obviously being a little person there, she would have been 11, I guess, when they opened up Disneyland. Was there a lot as a little person. And so she has great stories too, but I'd love to hear yours. That's cool. Fishing is 20% off, says Antonio. Okay, there you go. That's cool. Show should be named Dole Whip Dad does. Ooh, DWD. Ooh. Dwayne, in case you don't email me that, you can email me that at dopedad@gmail.com, but I'm going to write that down. Here, I'm going to write your name down so I remember who says it. Dwayne Davis. What does BDK stand for? I need to know. Dwayne Davis said, where did it go? Show name should be DWD does DVC. I mean, that could be a cool logo. I kind of like that. DVC here since a year. No regerts. I'm dropping stuff. We went fishing in the Epcot Lake before. That's fun, Antonio. That's really, I want to hear that story too. Very, very cool. Big Daddy Cornbread. I mean, you could have given me 100 guesses. I wouldn't have got that. Big. Now I need more. And cornbread with a K, like the band. I like it. Should have tagged that over my comment on screen. I know, right here. Let's do that. Boom. That's good stuff, guys. I'm having so much fun. So I've been excited for the DVC show. The Tuesday night slot just recently opened. And whipping DVC mayhem. And you guys are making my day being here. I got to be honest. I was worried it might be a little too late, but it fits in my life. So whipping DVC mayhem. That Bloomin' Cheese? Yeah. Bloomin'. I like it. I like it. Again, if you want to throw your name in, a name for this show in the hopper, I will hopefully come up with a name by next week. I'm leaning towards the Welcome Home Show, but it is what it is. If you guys come up with one that I like better, we'll go with that. We got DWD does DVC and whipping DVC mayhem. Is Disneyland abandoned California, moving to Texas? No, not sure. No. So I had somebody send that to me the other day, and I'm still not sure if they were serious or not. No, it's a website that's a comedy website. I wish I live in Texas. I would be very happy. Why would they give up Disneyland? Have you ever gone up to the top of the world? I have not. I've had friends do it. I will someday. Bloom, what do you mean you can't use points for other resorts if purchased at Riviera? Yeah, it's restricted just for Riviera, I believe. Jeff's sassy okay, downscale. Downscale. Jeff's, I don't know if I like Jeff's sassy. I mean, I like it, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm sassy phobic. Extravaganza. Jeff's sassy DVC extravaganza. I don't know. It's kind of, yeah, I don't know. I like it better the more I say it. Anyway, there you go. So let me know. Where's your home? If you didn't already, I know a lot of people earlier did, but a lot of people popping in. Where's your home? If you are a member, where's your favorite place to stay? Or where's the next place you're going to stay? Or you're not a DVC yet, but you can't wait. Or you just came because you like my hair. Or you're just sick of my face and you wanted me to know about it. Whatever it is, I'd like to know in chat real fast before we close up for the night. We'll go for another 5 or 10. Without having DVC, we wouldn't be able to vacation as often. Exactly, us too, as we have try every other year at Walt Disney World. Well, we would. Okay, I take that back for me. We would probably. I totally understand what you're saying, Lana. We would probably still vacation the same, and we would probably spend the same amount. To be honest, we wouldn't stay in such nice places. Yeah, we talked about that, Nacho. It's a bummer, right? No candlelight processional, no gingerbread houses, no Very Merry Yeah, I'm totally here for the hair. Thank you, part of your world adventures. I appreciate that. I wish I recorded my daughter and sneaking up to the roof. Oh, on Contemporary via Firescapes. Wow, and Casimir. Oh, that's so cool. Downscale. I want to hear that story. Oh, I hit the wrong button again. That's so cool. BB says, I asked because I had heard people complain about those restrictions, but we purchased at Riviera and haven't. Oh, okay, there you go. I've heard something. I don't know. I'll here. You know what? Let me write that down. Call about Riviera. I'll find out. We'll talk about that next week. One of the things that I will do, if I have time, and I will, is I'll call people and I'll make some connections so we get the right answers. And if you guys have questions about DVC that I don't know, and if you have questions about DVC, I won't know, but I'll find out. Thought Riviera restrictions on point usage is only when they are resold. Oh, maybe, Chris. That might be right. Home Boardwalk saying it pop in 2 weeks. Good for you. Yeah, we were, I think, is that where we're staying? I think they just, yeah, I think that's where they just gave us for the next trip. I haven't stayed there yet. Looks nice. I love Boardwalk. I haven't stayed at Boardwalk, but we love hanging out there. We trade in DVC through my RCI points account. We get the leftovers. My sister is an RCI points customer, purchaser, whatever. I'm here for Jeff's hair. I don't even notice Jeff anymore. I mean, you're welcome. I'd love to hear that story here. You know what, my hair, is it real? Can you even tell? I have the footage from the roof, but the adventure, oh man, that's so cool. That's so cool. I love stories like that. Yeah, I want to hear that story too. Hitchhiking Bones, and I want to hear that story, Downscale. That's cool. So anyway, so Saratoga is the first place we stayed. Polly is our home. We currently don't have a DVC trip planned. So I believe our spring trip in 2021 will be DVC, and we haven't decided where that's going to be yet. Yeah, there you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So if you've got an idea for the name, the Welcome Home Show is likely going to be the name. The DVC Welcome Home Show, Welcome Home DVC, the show, Jeff's hair. I don't know. Whatever the name is going to be, we'll find out hopefully next week. If you send in a name idea and I end up using it, I'm going to give you a prize. I was hoping to show the prize tonight. Didn't come in the mail. We'll see. Hopefully it'll be here tomorrow. Jeff's Hoppin'. Ooh, that's not bad. Jeff's Hoppin' DVC. Here, Triple D. I'll write that one down. Jeff's Hoppin' DVC show. And you know what? I do want to drop the Slack link. I have a Slack channel or whatever. You guys free. Love to have you guys check it out, the Slack channel. There is now, or there will be if I didn't put over there already, a channel for DVC. Just me and a bunch of other Disney freaks talking about Disney things. There's a place for Stock Talk. There's a place for YouTube Talk. It's just, if you want to get a hold of me, sometimes things get lost in the email. It's an easier way to get a hold of me if you're interested. Join the Slack. Welcome home with Dole Whip Dad, VP. I like that, VP. Welcome home with Dole Whip Dad. I do like the welcome home thing. And Dole Whip Dad, that kind of pushes the brand. I like that a lot. I own Copper and Poly. I got Copper Direct and Poly Resell. See, that's something we'll probably bring on somebody at some point too. Talk about the difference, why one's better than the other, how much you save, all those kinds of things. Mostly, I want to share that information, but I don't even know. I'm not opposed to buying and resell. I love Disney. And I want to buy direct just because I want all the perks. But it's probably good to have the conversation. And I'll bring some people on from Disney when I can, working on that. I think that's it. Questions, comments, concerns. Now is the time. If you want to ask me a question, the best way to do is put questions all in caps in the beginning and at me. Right now I'm looking for questions, but that's the best way to do it. Really, in any chat that's got more than 5 people in it, that's the way to do it, people. Because you just get noticed. Again, I'll just say it again. Put questions all in caps and then at the person, in this case, me, Dole Whip Dad. Dwayne. Dwayne with the second choice. Dole Whip Dad's DVC dues. And it could be a logo with my hair. Maybe I've got like different resorts coming out. That's terrifying. Dwayne, I like the way you think, but I don't think that one's going to win. So again, let me know in chat if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We're going to close up here in the next minute or so. Check out the Slack channel. Members, thank you guys for being here. Bay Lake, we had 8 days at Bay Lake with our OKW points in a 2-bedroom for this July, but COVID, that stinks down scale. Yeah, so did you hear about the, I dropped 2 videos this week, 1 live stream, 2 live streams, we talked about it, and now 2 videos about the evacuation. And then I got a hold of 2 people who were there through Twitter on yesterday's video. It was a drunk guy, so yeah, it is what it is. Your hair almost looks like Guy, the chicken guy. I like chicken. So I like that guy, Guy Fieri, right? I like that guy. I've heard that. I've heard Guy Fieri, and I've heard who's the guy? Kevin James is the actor. I can't think of the name of the show, but I've heard Chicken Guy and I've heard Kevin James. I prefer Brad Pitt, and yeah, that's it. Brad Pitt. Your hair almost looks like, there you go. It's DVC time. It's DVC time. That's not bad, Antonio. I'm gonna write that one down. Antonio. It's DVC. It's DVC time. Yes. All right. I think that's it, guys. Thank you so much. We got 15 minutes tonight. The show is going to be between 30. Yeah, King of Queens. That was the name of the show I was trying to come up with. But what's his character name? Kevin James is, what's his name in King of Queens? But that's the name of the show. I never even watched that show. Although I do like Kevin James. He's funny. Anyway, 15 minutes in. I think we're going to wrap it up right now, guys. Again, thank you for being here. The DVC show, the Welcome Home show. Big Daddy says DWD does DVC. That's probably the one winning on my list right there. It was the first one I wrote down. I think I like that one the best. But it might still be the Welcome Home show, whatever. If you got another idea sometime during the week, again, my email is dolewhipdad@gmail.com. You want to Instagram me, it's dolewhippeddad@gmail. No, it's dolewhippedad on Instagram. Or you can just come back next week and we can talk about it again. Next week, we're going to talk about the Poly, dive into the Poly a little more. I'm going to talk about all my favorite things at the Poly that I have done and the list of things at the Poly that I haven't done yet that I can't wait to do. Next week, deep dive into the Poly. I'll probably have to fight off my daughter because she's going to want to come in here and talk about her favorite pool, which is the Poly pool. I think that's it. Thank you, Bloom and Cheese. Have a great night to you, Lynn. What happens in DVC stays in... Oh, Antonio. What happens in DVC stays in DVC. That's pretty fun. Gifts are appreciated, but I never refuse cash, says Dwayne. Okay. Before I bought, I never thought I would buy timeshare. Yeah, I don't even like the idea of timeshare, but I want more DVC contracts, right? But Walt turns scary carnivals into one. Amen. Tommy, I love you. That's exactly right. Thank you, Captain Akron. I appreciate you, buddy. Good night, y'all. Later, Dole Whip Dad. Later to you, Just Samson. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you. DVC must do. I'm going to write that one down too. DVC must do. Got a whole section here, Antonio. Antonio, Just Samson, Captain Akron, Corner Sports, Dwayne, Bloom and Cheese, the Lynn Project, everybody else who's been here all night. If you were here for 1 minute, even if you're a downvote person, I appreciate you. Jan, thank you. Kadani Sean, thank you. I hope you like the idea of the show. If you want me to talk about certain things on DVC, again, email me at dolebdad@gmail.com. I love all things DVC. I'm going to learn it, and we're going to grow my passion for this together, I hope. So I love you guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Be safe this week. Do something awesome for somebody. Have fun storming the castle. You don't have to go, but you can't stay here. Hey, Rob, how are you? Look at Rob, hiding ninja mode in the back there. Love every single one of you. Thank you, Downscale, for the super chat. Thank you, members, for being awesome. And thank you, even Rob Wiska, hiding in the background. Love you all. Have a great night. See you soon. Good morning, Disney, tomorrow morning. I think we're going to be talking about Christmas things, and I might cry.